Hello and welcome to my Konmari journey, where I'm working through the life-changing magic of tidying up by Marie Kondo. Right now I'm working through the kitchen subcategory of the kimono category, and I am currently on the second section of the kitchen, which is going to be cooking supplies. So if you are new to this series, I will go ahead and leave a link for you to the first kitchen video where I went through all of our food. And so let's go to the kitchen and we'll get started on cooking things. Okay, I'm decided to start in these two sets of cabinets with our cooking supplies. These are all Tupperware, so we're going to come back to those at the end. But over here I do have these, I guess they're ceramic cooking dishes, and then down here we got some bowls and various other supplies, and then some other things in this drawer. So I'm going to go ahead and take this stuff out so we can really see what we are working with. So here are the items that were in those two cupboards. So we have some kind of disposable things like saran wrap, aluminum foil, parchment paper, Ziploc baggies, some disposable like paper plates and cups and such. And these are the reusable things. Look at these ceramic dishes. We have a wine chiller, and these are my bowls. So I'm going to go through these items, put away the items that I'm going to keep, and then I will show you what's keeping and what is not. So here are the items I have decided to part with. I had two things of cling wrap, saran wrap type stuff, so I'm going to pitch one because we hardly ever use it. I can't imagine we'll use that up in a while. I'm getting rid of the wax paper. I'm pretty sure I accidentally bought this when I meant to buy parchment paper, and I don't think we've ever used it. These came with those little ceramic dishes, but I've never used them, so we're getting rid of it. This thing and these belong to a creme brulee cooking set, and I made it a couple of times when I first got it, and I haven't made any in years, so I'm just going to say we're going to order creme brulee at the restaurant and not make it at home. I have a whole bunch of these little silverware things that come whenever we order pizza and we don't use them, so those are going away. These are disposable pans. I don't know, we have two lids in one pan. I don't know how that happened. But we never use those. This, I don't even know what it is. And then the wine chiller that we don't really use very often. So we're going to donate. What the cabinets look like afterwards. So the Tupperware again, which we're going through later. And then I just moved all of our kind of disposable things. We have the plastic bags and then paper plates and paper cups. Now all of these foils and wraps and stuff fit in this one drawer. And then down under here I have my bowls, my strainer. I relocated the ceramic dishes down here, and then this is our little griddler since we cannot have a grill here where we live. And that used to sit on the counter. I just moved it down here. We do use it frequently, but it's right next to the stove and it just gets splattered all the time, and I'm always cleaning the outside, so that's down there. The other thing that'll go there is the waffle maker. But we made waffles, so it's dirty, and that'll be living down there after I clean that. Okay, next up I am going to tackle these two cabinets. This one has some insulated lunchbox cooler thingies in it. This cabinet has various appliances in here. So let me take these out and we will look at them. Okay, so here are the things we have in here. So let's just go through them really quick. Quesadilla maker we're going to keep, but we might relocate. This is an apple pure core slicer, which is a really handy gadget, but we haven't used it. It was a gift, which I appreciate, but I'm going to pass that along. This is my hand mixer. We're keeping that. We have 3 of these insulated lunch boxes, so I'm going to keep this one and get rid of this one. giant cutting board, which we're keeping, food processor, which we're keeping, and a crock pot. So I'm going to go ahead and put all these goodies away. The quesadilla maker and food processor, I decided could live over here. Back over here to these cabinets. Lots of empty space, but now I don't have to store anything on top of my giant cutting board, which is a little big and awkward to store. And then that's all that we have over here, those 2 items. Next up, we have these 2 drawers, which this one is silverware, so I think I'm going to keep that to go through with plates. But this one has various cooking utensils. So I'm going to get these out and also get out the ones that are in the dishwasher, which is actually clean, and then we will go through these. So these are all of the utensil items, and I've kind of got them grouped into like categories. So we're going to go through these real quick. These 2 we're going to keep because we use them a lot. I have 3 spoons. I'll keep 2. Pasta scoop. We never use that. Get away. Whisk. Tongs. We have 2 of these little scrapers, so I'm just going to keep 1. It's a little serving thing we never use. Ice cream scoop. Definitely want that. This is a gadget I think I got as a wedding present I've never used. No idea what those are for. Frosting tips we never use. This is a wine stopper we never use. This, I have no idea. It's a can jar opener, whatever. Lighter, keep. Pizza cutter. I guess we can keep that for now. This is a cheese grater. We do use that sometimes. Measuring cups, keep those. I have 2 sets of measuring spoons, so I'm going to let one go. Keep the matching black ones. These are just like little random ones that don't go with the set, so I'm going to pitch those. I have 2 vegetable peelers, so I'm going to let go of one of those. And this one with that sushi kit, and we don't need sushi, so those are going to go. So we have one keep pile and a go pile. And here is my drawer now. It's definitely still not like super organized or anything, but I don't have duplicates of things, and it's going to be a lot easier to find items in this drawer. Okay, I found a couple of more items here I want to go through really quick. We have our can opener, and this is a wine bottle opener, and I've decided to relocate them in this drawer now that there's space enough in there for them. And then this little decorative container I'm going to let go of. Okay, next I have these 2 bottom drawers I'm going to go to. This one has some pans, and this one has some pots, and they probably don't look too bad right now, but that's because some of the things are in the dishwasher. But we're going to take these all out and go through these items. And we have our pots and pans. I have 1 set of these that are kind of this coppery color on the outside that we're coordinating, and then some other various miscellaneous ones. We're trying to move away from non-stick cookware, at least the Teflon ones, into these kind that are safer for the birds. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through these and decide which ones to let go of. So these are the 2 items I've decided to let go of. 1 pot, which is really scratched up and just not in good condition, and the lid has some gross things growing under there, so I don't want that near food. And this is just one that we really never use. So then the drawers, a little bit more organized. Still not my favorite location for these items, especially with the lids, and the little handles can get a little annoying to get in and out of, but that's what we have for now. Okay, so these 2 cabinets I think are the very last ones for this section. And we don't have a ton of stuff up there, but I'm going to go ahead and take it all down, and hopefully we can find new homes for this stuff, because it's really annoying to get into way on top of the microwave. Okay, so here are the items from the cabinet. We have 2 cutting boards, which we're going to keep. I have 2 of these pitchers. I'm going to get rid of one and keep the other one because I never used both at the same time. These 2 little trays that I use for preparing vegetables, we're going to keep those. I have 3 glass measuring cups. I don't do a lot of baking and cooking, so what I've decided to do is keep this one, which is a 2-cupper, and get rid of the big 4-cupper and the little 1-cupper because I do have the little plastic measuring cups that I can use for things that are that small. And then I have 2 Pyrex dishes and their lids, which we are keeping. And so now I just have to see about rehoming the items that we are going to keep. Okay, so most of those items I've decided to relocate to this cabinet, which now has some more space. As you can see, my measuring cup, my Pyrex dish, those little things, and then the cutting boards and the lids. The larger of the 2 Pyrex dishes we actually use to give our bird a bath, so it has its own home over there in that drawer. There, that one. And it just goes in there so that we know when it has been cleaned well enough to be food safe and when it has not, just so I don't have to like really scrub it down every time the bird takes a bath. And then this is the one that gets used most often for food. So there we go. And here are all the things that we are not keeping. Yeah, so that's super awesome. I gotta go to box and box them up, and I guess I will have to go to Goodwill soon. So that is a wrap for the cooking section of the kitchen items that we're going through. I feel really good about the stuff that I was able to let go. There were a couple of small appliances that I would have liked to let go, but my husband would like to keep, so instead of letting them go, we're going to try to use them more often. So that's what happens when you live with someone else. You have to make compromises about items, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't getting rid of anything that he really wanted to keep. So that's good. I feel really good about what happened in there. There was some really good reorganization and relocating of some items that I think is going to make cooking in the kitchen a lot better for me, so I'm super excited about that. The next category is going to be baking items, which we don't have a ton of. First off, because I'm not a huge baker, and secondly because even before my husband found out about his gluten allergy, we had been doing a lot of low carb. We did the paleo diet for a while. So just through those kinds of dietary changes, even though we aren't keeping up with them now, we really pared down a lot of our baking items, but we are still going to go through all of that.